My guest today is one of the people who has qualified into the World Championship of 2018, and recently he was attending to Giant Cup 2018 as well. This year he also qualified for his first offline grand final at Gaming Winterfest, and also he has been a long time player, playing for many years before I joined the game. So there's a lot to talk about with Roa. Roa, first of all, who are you and what do you do in Trackmania?
Hello everyone. So I'm Roa. I've been playing the game since 12 years now. So when TMN ESWC got released, I'm currently playing for Team E-corp since almost a year now. I joined right before the previous GA. What else can I say? I mainly play tech. I tried a bit of dirt and everything, but it didn't really suit me. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for a presentation, I guess.
You joined a long time ago. Do you even have a memory left from when you first experienced the game? What was your first impression of it?
My first impression of it, I discovered the game through a website, download website called Clubic. It's a French website. And I saw that game. I was like, this seems interesting. Like, I always been into racing games. So when I saw that, I instantly downloaded it and tried it. And I got hooked right away. And here I am 12 years after. So at the beginning I played like everyone, casual on online servers, trying to get good at the game and getting to know different people in the game as well.
Have you ever since you joined the game? Has it been going on regularly, or have you had any big breaks in those years?
I had two breaks. One right before I entered high school, because my parents were a bit annoyed that I play so much, so I had to stop for a while. It was career-wise, it was when Mythics got disbanded, which was one of the biggest team back in the days. And then I had a break before TM2. Before TM2 got released for about 6 months as well. So all in all, I would say about a year break. That's all.
I recently I joined the game in 2015. Find out about the esports side of it. I hear a lot of people talking about the good old days. Can you tell us how would you compare these newer days or life in Trackmania compared to the old days of Trackmania? What is the biggest difference, and is it really true that the old days are better than the newer days?
Of course they were better since there were more competitions, like way more. We had like some kind of a full track with about 10 lands, I would say, a year in France at least, where you gathered points and then you qualified for the ESWC at the end. So this is not a thing anymore. I hope it may come back one day. I hope so. What else? Like the game was very new, but it was developed for esports. Like the first version of the game, TMN ESWC. I mean, there was ESWC in the name of the game, so that wasn't for nothing, I guess. And for sure, the old days were better, but we are getting there. I think we're getting there right now. With all the different events going on and coming up, thanks to some people in the community doing their very best.
Yeah, that's for sure. I recently did a top 10 video series about the biggest events in the game. I thought the biggest events were hosted in Trackmania Nations forever, but there was one guy in the comments who corrected me. He was there. It was you. You said it was in Team ESWC.
Yeah,
go on.
That was just like two mistakes, but since you are in the game since 2015, I mean it's normal to make those mistakes. But yeah, the first two editions of ESWC were played on the first version of the game in 2006 and 2007, and then they switched to Nations Forever.
I'm glad people can correct me, so the people who actually watch those videos get the correct info.
Yeah, sure. I
But
mean, people who knows the things has to tell the younger. I guess.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But when did you actually go into the serious side of it? Was it straight away when you joined the game, or is it the late years that you kind of focus more on becoming the best
I
in the game?
It was actually like pretty late because, as you may know, maybe not, but before I was a huge player in Trackmania United. I spent like maybe 7 years on that game, and yeah, this is at the end of I would say 2011, maybe 2010. I started really playing Stadium because I really enjoyed the way the car was handled, all the drifting and stuff. And yeah, that's when I really switched up from the United to Stadium.
Is there any reason why you wanted to switch into the serious side of Jackmania?
Mainly because that was the most competitive game at the start. Like United was always on the fun side. Like I have so many friends that I still talk with, where I started my Trackmania career. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to get onto the competitive side of the game, and that was on Stadium for sure.
So, if is it correct to say that if there was more competition in other environments, that you would not have joined the stadium? To ask the other way, what is your favorite environment to actually play?
Right now, definitely Stadium. Like this is where I have the most fun and where I feel the best now. Back in the days, maybe not, because yeah, we all have to learn. So at the beginning, I wasn't really that good. Took me a while to get good on the environment because it was so different from the others. Like the driving style is totally different from all the other environments. But yeah, then once I got the hand, I kind of stopped playing United and full focused on Stadia.
Yeah, and so far so good. You this year you had your first offline grand final, if I'm correct, at Gaming Winterfest. How did that feel?
That felt really good actually, even though I mean, there wasn't that much competition if you compare it to Giant Cup that was like a week ago, or even Gamers Assembly. But it was still a really good feeling, and I was really close from the victory actually, which with maybe less mistakes in the beginning of the game could have made it. But yeah, that was a really good feeling.
Going into this event, I'm sure that you knew that this was the last event for Team Expert. How did you feel going into Gaming Winterfest?
Uh, I mean, there wasn't that much emotion or stuff like that because at the start with the spam and massa, we were like, yeah, okay, we're going there as expert, but we will not be expert anymore after it. But yeah, it wasn't really anything special. We just played as if nothing happened, since no one knew at the time. Only us three knew about it, and yeah, but no, it wasn't anything special.
But didn't this put more pressure on you because you knew that you were going to be teamless in the event after? Or had you already a plan on what team you wanted to join after it?
Mm, I didn't really have a plan because yeah, we kind of knew about it very late. Like it was about 2 weeks before Gaming Winterfest, I think, maybe a bit less even. So no, I had not really, I had not no plans really. But once everything stopped and was official, I I tried to find a team that suits me, and like I knew so many people from E-corp gaming, so that was a logical choice, I guess.
Yeah, how was the process of getting in there? Was it you contacting them? Did they reach out to you? How did this go?
Mass, the manager of E-corp, reached out to me. I think I remember about it, and I was like, "What can you offer to me?" And yeah, he gave me some details, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's perfect for me for GA." So because it was right before the Gamers Assembly 2018. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's what I want. Nothing more, nothing less. So let's go. And I'm still there because yeah, they're good friends now, all of them.
Yeah, how would you say after joining Gamers or after joining E-corp before Gamers Assembly until today after Giant Cup, what is your feeling being part of E-corp?
E-corp is like it's like a family, I guess we can say that, because we are always all together every single evenings on TeamSpeak. Even if we don't play the game, like we play other games, or we're just talking and watching some streams on the internet, like maybe football or different Twitch streams. Like we're just always together. I guess that's what really. What I found really nice with that team, the family feeling.
Gamers Assembly is your... Go ahead.
Because it's not always the case on every single team. Like some people are just gathering for matches, and then that's the end, and they are saying bye until the next week. That's much, like, so yeah.
So do you feel that you need to be in such a team that you talk to more than just Trackmania? Does this give you more motivation to actually stay around in the game?
Yeah, it does, definitely. Definitely, since we are playing the same game, we are enjoying the same things, and even when we are not playing the game, we're still together and just talking like normal people. That's funny. I mean, we're all normal, but like normal people in real life would just gather in a bar or something, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
You said that you joined just before Gamers Assembly. Did you have any extra pressure going into Gamers Assembly, knowing that this was your first event for Team E-corp?
Yeah, of course. I really wanted to do well. I ended up 7th, if I remember correctly, which wasn't the best result. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of great people there. So there was Massa, Pack, Kappa, Omnipods as well, which was really trained for that. And he showed us that when he's trained and focused, he can go far. So I was a bit disappointed, but then again, I knew that it was just the beginning of my time with the E-corp, so it wasn't that bad.
And recently we had the Giant Cup 2018. I think many people from the outside actually expected you to be one of the biggest favorites. It was not maybe your best performance. Can you tell us why did you not end up higher at the Giant Cup?
Yeah, definitely not my best performance. I ended up 15th or 16th. I don't remember. I didn't have that much time to practice since I was focusing mainly on Pro League, which is now the World Championship, of course. And yeah, so that was the one thing. But I mean, this is no excuses, because we were a lot in this case. And then yeah, I don't know if I felt really weird when I started playing in Paris on the setup I had. I had my PC, but I didn't have my own monitor, and it took me a while to get used to that monitor. Even though it was the same frequency, it was 144 hertz, so that was okay. But I don't know, the contrast, luminosity, everything. I just struggled a lot. And I also was super tired from the trip itself, because we also had to help there to organize some stuff to prepare the evening, the event. I mean, so yeah. All in all, I just underperformed a lot. That's all I can say.
I talked to many players, and the overall feeling is that people prepare differently, and how much they took this serious. You talked about your Trackmania World Championship maybe taking too much time, but can you tell us how many hours did you put into this? I know that Pack put about 15 hours, and then you have a guy like Racer who put like maybe 40 hours into it. How many hours did you have?
Into Giant Cup?
Yeah.
I had like, let's say, between 10 and 12 hours, I guess. So about 2 hours and a half on each map.
And the main reason is that you take the World Championship more serious than Giant Cup.
At that time, yeah, because qualifying for Paris Games Week was like a lifetime goal, if I can say, because
Yeah.
I never attended such a big LAN before, so I really wanted to qualify.
Mm. Now that Giant Cup is over, we had some days to think about how this all went down. You helped organizing it. What feeling are you left with? Is this a success? Is this an event we will see more of? What is your
It's
overall feeling?
Yeah, it's definitely a success. Like on our side, everyone was really happy about the event. Like we had so many good feedbacks on the Discord, so that's really nice to see. And about having other editions, like I can't really tell you because I don't know myself. I mean, maybe, hopefully, but like I don't have any details, so I can't tell you.
But what do you think about this cup having no finalist mode? Do you like it, or do you want to see the finalist mode returning to this event as well?
It was. I mean, the history of Giant Cup is that there wasn't any finalist mode ever. So it's this format has been used forever in the Giant Cups. So I guess that's why they kept the format, just to live to the history and keep it as it was. Obviously, I'm more used to the finalist mode, and it can help some people to actually come back in a match when you have a rough start or something like that. But yeah, I think it was a good idea to keep it as it was back in the days.
Yeah, I agree on that. This was my first offline event as a, I don't know, as a player in Trackmania or not a player, a person in Trackmania. How much does it motivates you that you can actually have something to look forward to, meet the players, hang out with them, not just to play online with them? How much does this motivate you and keep you in the game?
Uh, I mean, it's like 50-50. You're going there because you want to compete, but there's also the thrill to meet the people you talk to every single day. So yeah, that was cool. Even though for E-corp, since we are always together, it doesn't really change. We're just we're just seeing our faces. That's all. But yeah, it's really cool. That's why we are going to Lens.
Yeah. Let's talk about the results of this event. You have a twin winning a event again. This first offline event since 2015, and Pack plays in second. Brent is
Yeah.
in third. Is this a result you expected, having Tween as a champion and Pack as number two and Bren as the last guy on the podium?
From the very beginning, even before the event itself started, I told everyone that Twin was going to win because this is the most prestigious cup he won, I guess. Right now, I don't want to talk here instead of him, but I'm pretty sure it's the case. And yeah, I knew he wanted it so badly, so that was expected. Pack was obviously gonna be in the final, even though he was less trained than most of the people. I mean, he's just a genuine talent, so nothing you can do about that. He's gonna reach the finals every single time, no matter what. So yeah, him second was normal, but then the two others, like even in my wildest dreams, I never imagined that Bren would be third and Cap would be fourth. But yeah, congrats to them. They played really well, especially Bren.
Huh. Who do you call the biggest positive surprise here? Is it Bren, Cap, even Racer, or the guy Piranha?
Uh, Razor first, because I think it was his second LAN event. His first one was Gaming with WinterFest, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he did really well. He ended up fifth, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a really, really good result for our second LAN. And he played well. Like he could keep up with anybody with Tween or Cap or Pack. He was keeping up in the rounds. So yeah, props to him. And then yeah, Piranha, of course. And he beat me again in my last loser bracket match. So yeah, he was definitely prepared, and I'm sure his potential. He's a very good driver.
Out of this is the first offline event for Team Sampi. How do you think the overall performance for this new team was? You have 5 players taking part at this event.
I mean, that was pretty good for them, I guess. Like winning the LAN itself and placing all their 5 players into to the top 20, if I'm not mistaken, with the Kappa taking 7th or 8th, and Kronos 7 or 8 as well, and Dutchy 6th. Matix ended up a bit more behind, but yeah, he's really focusing on the qualifiers for the Trackmania World Championship, I guess. So I guess we can put that on his shoulder. And yeah, the very successful first event for Sampi, and I'm glad we have this type of teams coming up in the game, like completely new ones getting as their first roster in the team, getting a Trackmania roster. That's really cool.
Yeah, what is your feeling about this? Because when most people got approached for this offer, they think it was a scam, and the people outside they maybe also think it's a scam. And I know some people are skeptical. What is your feeling? Is this a positive thing for the game, or do you also see that some skeptical things to this?
I mean, at first, when you see the offer, you're like, yeah, well, how? I mean, how does he know the game? How can he offer something like that for such a game that is not really represented yet in esports? So yeah, at first you have to be skeptical, but I mean, we saw how it went. The people had all the support they needed, and I know Kronos is in the team, and I mean, he's a good friend of me. We talk a lot together. He's usually with the E-corp guys, so he's often with us. And yeah, he told us that everything is going smooth right now. So that's really good for them, and I hope it's gonna last a long time.
Did you get any approach or offer from Team Zampi?
No, nothing. I didn't get anything.
Okay, let's move over to the upcoming World Championship that takes place at the 29th and 30th of October. How prepared are you for this event?
I'm doing my best right now. Like when I have some free time, I'm grinding the maps. Like I want to be like super prepared going into the event. So yeah, I'm gonna be there like fully prepared compared to Giant Cup. That was like maybe 10% of what I can do. So yeah, I will be prepared.
You said that this is a long time dream of yours. Is this gonna be the event you have been most prepared for ever in your career?
I think it's gonna be it. Yeah, for sure. Because I remember the first Gamers Assembly I attended, which was in 2015, which was my first LAN event. I played for, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 hours, which is a lot already. But I think I'm gonna at least double that for the Paris Games Week.
And how we had this group stages taking place to qualify into it. How do you feel that this group stage went for you? Was it easy to get among the top 14 and qualify into it, or did you have any troubles during the group stages?
Well, you can't say it's easy when you see the different people into the league. Like it can't be easy. Every single match is a struggle. You need to be like 100% focused from the very beginning to the end. And I played pretty well. Like overall, I'm pretty happy with how I played, even though I had like maybe 2 or 3 matches where I underperformed a bit. But overall, I'm happy with how I played. I know that I can still play better than that, especially if I'm more prepared in some maps. But yeah, overall it went good. It went good. Yeah, I cannot be unsatisfied with taking the 5th seed overall. That's really nice.
Who is looking the best at the moment, and who will be the biggest favorite going into the World Championship?
I mean, we have to talk about experience there. So you can already count on Carl Jr. even though it won't have that much time to prepare, I guess, with his studies, but he will be there. Yeah, no matter what, he will be there. Probably in the final, which I think it is going to be in the final. Of course, back. I mean, as I said earlier, an event without back in the final isn't really a Trackmania event. But yeah, a lot of people have their chances. Like the skill is going to be insanely high, like probably the highest we ever had. So on a personal goal, if I reach top 8, I'll be happy.
If you had to name one guy that can make a surprise here, who is it?
Surprise. I don't know, maybe Dutchy. I think he has found extra motivation since he joined Sampi. And his run to Giant Cup was actually really good since I don't know how much he practiced, but he was also playing the Pro League. So I guess he didn't have that much time either, but he was looking really good. So yeah, maybe Dutchy.
We have the 2 last spots being taken at the 7th and 14th of October, open qualifiers. There's not too many outstanding favorites, but do you have any prediction on who is going to be the top, the last 2 guys to qualify?
I hope that Bergie will make it, just because I want to meet him again. Only once is not enough. So I hope Bergie is going to make it. Obviously, always been like really on a good. Like on good terms with Bergie, even though he kind of stopped playing for a while now because he's focusing on his poker career, but we're still talking here and there. And yeah, he's one of my good friends on Trackmania with the 2 others, expert player which I was every time, Spam and Massa. Those 3 are still very good friends. And yeah, Bergie, I hope he's going to make it. And then as favorite, Kappa, of course. I think he has everything to make it as well. He's used to this kind of pressure, and he never missed any big event. So I think he's gonna do his best to reach it. And as an outsider, maybe Mugorian, because this guy can be like insanely good on let's say easy maps in TMM or TMO. So I want to see how he performs on harder maps and with the opponents on, like the cars on, I mean.
Yeah. Last thing about this topic, how do you feel about this change from Trackmania Pro League into the Trackmania World Championship, and how the format is going to change?
I mean, the name is, I guess it's good, since now we will have a world champion back. That was like the main idea behind the name change. I guess that's what Softy told us. So, and about the format change, if we go back to what happened in the last season of Pro League, I think it was too long. Like the first stage was enough to me. Stage 2 was way too long and not really useful in a way. I don't know if you noticed, but the quality of the matches were kind of dropped in the stage 2 compared to the stage 1. So I think it was too long. Like it was really too long.
There's one event I want to talk about. It was maybe the first event that I really got my eyes off for you. It was FB's Weekly, and if I'm correct, you won that event. Is that correct?
Yeah, I won the season 3 of FB's Weekly.
And that was the biggest season by far. You had the €1,000 prize pool. How did it feel winning that and collecting some nice euros into your bank account?
I mean, it's always nice to get money from the game, especially when you stay at home. Yeah, it was really nice feeling. I don't know. I just enjoyed that format a lot. Like I think it was 4 years ago or 2. Yeah, I don't know exactly. But yeah, the format was really cool. The season idea was nice as well. Like everything was cool, and it was let's say, not a surprise. I can't say real surprise because I always performed in this type of tracks when there is a lot of different styles. Even though I'm not that good in dirt and I'm horrible in full speed, but I mean I can keep up and not lose too much time. So that's. But I didn't expect myself to win, to be honest. I kind of got lucky. I don't know if we can call that luck, since there was some issues with the season. Some people getting weird disconnection. Well, I don't want to go into details, but maybe there was a bit of scamming going in there, like people getting DDoSed and stuff. It was a thing, so. I actually got DDoSed myself on the very last race. Like everyone got DDoSed in the last race. It was ridiculous. So many disconnections and huge lags. So yeah, a bit unfortunate that it had to end this way, but yeah, nothing we can do. Some people will always try to get interest in a way or another.
Yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why we didn't see season 4 taking place. Frostbite didn't know how to handle it or how to avoid it taking place.
Definitely. That really dropped his motivation to keep hosting the event. I mean, he was trying his best to get something which was running really well, and people were appreciating his work. And some people just sabotage everything he did. So that's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah. But the format for this event, you had an endurance driving for a long time. Do you think that this can be something we see more in the esports side of it, or is it just a fun part of Trackmania?
I think it's just a fun part, like the 24 hours race, for example. I don't see that coming up in the LAN anytime soon. So yeah, it's more on the fun side of Trackmania, but I can see a different format coming up into Trackmania, more as a team format, a bit like KOTT. I don't know if you see what I'm talking about, the tournaments. I can definitely see something like that happening in the LAN, and that would be really cool, actually. Since now the teams are more and more like with a small amount of people in every team. Like UC Gamers Origin, they have 5 people. Sampi has 5 people as well. So I guess teams can support their players for those kind of events, and that would be nice to have this type of events on the LAN.
Yeah, I believe some weeks ago I asked the question on Twitter if people just want to have solo events for offline events, or if they want to see team events. From your point of view, you want to see team events also at offline events?
Yeah, definitely.
I said in the intro that there is probably a lot of topics and events I'm going to miss from you. Is there any event that you want to highlight from your career in Trackmania that maybe people have forgotten, or the newer people who has joined late maybe not know about?
As I said, like offline events, my first one was Gamers Assembly 2015, so I didn't attend any other events before. I was just a simple viewer at home looking for streams when there was great events. On the online side, if we go back to Trackmania Nations Forever, when Mythics was dominating the scene with Dignitas at the time. We were the 2 rivals. We won with Mythics. I won one CPS, which is the competition premiership of ESL. And yeah, team-wise, didn't win that many events in the end. I got into a lot of different teams, but we only won once with the Mythics, and another title, which was Stadium Team Championship with Expert most recently.
Yeah. And talking about teams, you were also part of the Expert group, probably one of the best teams of all time, having all those good players. How did it feel to join it? Was it a long-time goal, or was it just something randomly that happened because you are good friends with them?
When I came back to Trackmania, Trackmania S2 Stadium. At first, I was with the AT Gaming guys, so which were Druids back in the days, and I was playing already a lot with Massa, Bergie, and then I took another break. And when I came back to the game, I stayed without any team for a while, maybe a month or two, and then I talked to Bergie and I told him I don't want to join any team if it's not Dignitas. Back in the days, it was still Dignitas, and then it changed to Expert kind of right away, actually. And I told him again, like, yeah, if I go back to the game, if I gonna play that game again, I want to play with you guys because we are playing already together and not under the same flag, and I want to play under the same flag. So he said, yeah, of course. I gave you a trial, and the trial was I think it was STC. I played the final of STC. That was my first match ever with Expert, and then it was the XS Team Cup where I was still in my trial phase, and I made it in the end.
Am I correct by saying that the Expert lineup or the Dignitas lineup is the best ever we have seen, or do you disagree because you have a longer history in the game? Is there some teams I forget when I say that?
I guess the Expert lineup, the very last one, was the strongest we ever had. That's a logical thing to say. Even though back in the days, like the Mythics lineup was as well really, really good, but and Yo-Yo Tech as well. I don't know if you know about that team.
Yeah, I've seen some videos, but I really don't know the things.
Yeah. Yo-Yo Tech was an old team with there was Frostbew, Tamarillo, Yo-Yo, Sheaf, and so many more that I can't recall right now. But it was a really, really huge team. I would say back in the days, the top three teams were Yo-Yo Tech, Dignitas, and Mythics. And Expert would be slightly above those three. Slightly.
I want to do a project in the near future, or at least in the future, about who is the best of all time in Trackmania. I've asked you to be along that project. So far you have said yes, but the project is delayed. But from your point of view, who is the best of all time in Trackmania and why?
The best of all time in Trackmania. Do we just stay on Trackmania Stadium, or we talk about all the Trackmania?
I guess we can focus on Stadium first, and then if you have some things to add about the other environments, feel free to do that.
Yeah, all right. So Stadium only, I would say Carl Jr. Right now is, when he entered the scene, he just destroyed everyone at a very young age. So for me, he's still the best Trackmania Stadium player ever.
Who's behind him? If you had to say top 4 in the grand final.
Oof, that's tough. Top 4 Stadium of all time. Let's say Carl Jr., Frostbill. I'm not sure about Karyan because of course he won WCG and he was like insane at the game. He still is, but I don't know. He didn't play that many events in the end. So, but let's say for his raw skill, yeah, let's put him in. Let's put him in as well. And the last one, man, that's tough. There's so many good players now. That's. I'm going to take an oldie. Let's say Sander.
Yeah. And if you had to go outside the stadium, who is the best overall in Trackmania? Compare all environments together.
All environments together before Trackmania 2, Canyon, Lagoon, and stuff like that. Sander 100%. Huh. Like it was just a beast on every single environment of the game.
And if you have to say the newer environments as well, with Trackmania 2 Stadium, Canyon, Valley, and such.
the most consistent one and very good on every environment right now is Ryalu, of course. Like, we cannot really deny his overall skill on every single environment. It's just mad. It's just mad how he can be that good on every single environment. That's crazy.
We talked a little bit about how you see the future for Trackmania and you are positive, but how is the future for you in Trackmania? How long do you see yourself playing the game?
I mean, as long as I have time and I still enjoy the game, I think I'll be there. That's the main reasons. I don't expect myself being able to live off the game even in a few years. So I have a job. I can handle both right now. So if it stays like that, I don't see why I would quit the game anytime soon.
Do you have a goal that you want to accomplish before you call it a day?
Winning a really big event. That's obviously my final goal, if I can say.
And that can happen in under just 1 month. Am I correct?
Like theoretically, yes. I mean, I'm qualified, so. But yeah, realistically, it's gonna be insanely hard to reach even the final. So winning it is is a whole other is another beast. Like I can't even imagine it right now.
But what needs to happen if you want to win that event? Is it that you have to get into the flow and win match by match without facing any sort of adversity by dropping down, or are you a player that can easily turn off the switch and refocus?
I I think I just need to play my game and not be like disturbed by anything that could happen outside of the game. Like we won't have our setups there, so getting used to new setups, everything, all that stuff. I just don't have to think about it. Do my best, and yeah. And then if I really play my best, I guess it could be possible. I guess.
Man. But I'm running out of question. Is there any topics that I forgot to ask you about because you have such a long career in Trackmania? Is it something you want to talk about before we close the show?
I think it would be too long and probably not that interesting to a lot of people that are listening us right now. So yeah, if you want to call it a day, I'm okay with this.
Is there anybody you want to say, give a shout out to, someone you want to say thank you for? You have a long career, so there are probably some people that you have affected your career in Trackmania.
Yeah, I want to thanks a lot of people back in the days. My captain in Mythics, which was Kimi, he's not active in the game anymore, but it was him who kind of forced me into the game. Like he taught me a lot of different stuff. I want to thank, of course, all the expert members because I had a really good time with them. And of course the E-corp guys that I'm with right now, Mass for managing us really nicely and in the best possible way he can with the means he has. So yeah, and yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this, Roa. It's impressive that you go on for so long time, and I see.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you in just under a month at Paris Games Week.
Yeah, of course we met at Giant Cup, but that won't be the only time we meet. It's gonna be. I hope you enjoyed the Giant Cup, by the way.
It was really fun. It's the reason why I want to go back to further events or future events as well.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. We need people like you, like trying to help people get into the game by giving them some infos about current players, events, everything. That's really cool what you're doing.
I will never stop until at least I get a face-to-face interview with you, man.
we will get it at Paris Games Week. I promise you will get it.
That's a deal, man. Thank you so much for stepping up, and good luck in the future, at least for World Championship.
Yeah, thank you, man. I just want to add something. Please follow me on Twitter, guys. It's RoaZoneTM. We will write it in the description.
Yeah.
I know I'm just advertising myself, but I'm just taking the occasion.
Yeah. Give that man a follow. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.